years ago exactly, when the country was struggling for this kind of technology to implement and execute and all those sort of things. February 23rd, 2003, first transplantation for the country, probably the southern part of the country, was initiated by global hospitals. Till such time, this part of the country doesn't even know that this technology is available within us, within the country. Most of the affluent population were thinking of going to abroad and getting this operated, but not possible for any of the human beings, especially the low class, low middle class, socio-economic groups. So many people were losing life. That was the scenario at that point of time. And the whole country was laughing at us when we started announced the program that we are going to do liver transplantations in India, to begin with Hyderabad. So that's where the journey started. Completed 4,000 plus liver transplantations so far. Revolutionized the whole country. For example, Tamil Nadu has always been in the forefront of encouraging these sort of things. Tamil Nadu has got a maximum liver transplantation centers, more than 40 plus. And no state is offering free transplantations other than Tamil Nadu. We are living in such a state where everything is possible, but provided the medical fraternity or medical facilities also have to come forward to do these sort of miracles.
130 kg. The disease they called liver cirrhosis. Usually we all know liver cirrhosis is common in alcoholic people, but actually he's totally a teetotaler. So teetotaler getting liver cirrhosis, nowadays we are seeing 1/3 of our liver clinic. Per day, 10 patients of liver cirrhosis, if I see, 3 people have the liver cirrhosis, but actually they are teetotaler. So that time even including the patient or the family member would have a surprise. How I got the liver cirrhosis. So we all has to understand, simple, the fatty liver over the period of time, some people, not all people, I can say 50 to 20% of the people, it will lead to the liver cirrhosis. If we diagnose the liver cirrhosis at the early stage, we can easily control the disease with the help of medication and the lifestyle modification. At the same time, like similarly alcoholic people, if they are diagnosing alcohol-related liver problem, if they give up the alcohol, we can control the liver problem. They can live long, but if they continue taking alcohol, they'll get a liver disease, and at one point of time, they may require the liver transplant. Same way, in the teetotaler groups, those who are getting that fatty liver-related liver problem, in the beginning stage, if you miss it, it will go to liver cirrhosis. That's the point I wish to convey here.
So anyway, I think the background, I think Dr. Joy has explained in detail. So when we had the situation, pre-operative meeting about Sujaya, we were thinking what are the challenges we are facing and what are the things we are going to do to make it a success. Because we have always taken up very complicated situations, and that has been one of our focus areas and one of our strengths to give good outcomes in Indian patients with complicated preoperative diseases and complicated medical conditions. So the concerns we had, the problems we were thinking of is, number one, the liver, as Dr. Jai was explaining, usually that ratio of 800 grams to 100 kilos is the usual standard ratio. For him, we will not be able to get that ratio with a living donor. We know that it's going to be smaller. And we need to understand the liver does a lot of things actually. It does a lot of metabolic work, on top of it, it needs to grow. So in the first month after the transplant, the liver needs to grow and the liver needs to work also. So that phase is like, it's almost like caring for your newborn baby or even a preterm baby. And it takes a lot of efforts to support the liver, to basically let it grow, let it do the works and support him. And the other major thing he had was, as Dr. Joy was explaining, there was a lot of fluid accumulation basically. There is a significant amount of fluids which retained because the kidney functions were slow. So what we had to do was, we had to put a catheter, meaning it's a small tube, into his heart, which gives us the pressures inside the heart every second to second. And we keep measuring that and then keep assessing the volumes, the fluid status. And we removed close to about 40 liters of fluid from his blood over a period of about 2 weeks. So normally, when you do a dialysis, we remove about 2 liters, 2.5 liters max. So, but for him, we did what is called as a continuous renal replacement therapy. It's a continuous dialysis. It works like the kidneys. It works for 24 hours a day and then continuously removes all the fluids and then gets him better. So this gives him time for the new liver to basically improve and grow and take up the functions. The other obvious concern we had was about the weight by itself. We take it for granted that, we go to a surgery, operation happens and then recovery happens. But generally, if you look at the operation theatre itself, the operating table, that's normal weight range is about 150, 160 kilos. So anything more than that, you need a special table. We have a bariatric table, it is called as bariatric table, which is used to arrange specifically for patients who are very close to 250 kilos. So we arrange that table and we use special bronchoscope, a special tube to put the tube into his lung and use it for ventilation. And obviously we had to do a tracheostomy in the post-operative phase. So there are a lot of things involved. And the most important thing is Mr. Jayaraj, he has been a fighter, he has been very strong. And he understood whatever we are trying to do, whatever we are trying to say in the pre-op also. The family had extensive support. There's a big, strong family support who are always there. They regularly come for counseling and then they say, okay, Dr. Let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. So it's
for all the media people and the hospital, I would like to thank for this rare case where we have done. Because the environment should be there to do this type of cases. Otherwise, it's difficult to achieve this, and sometimes pushing the boundaries cautiously. So Jayaraj Jain, as Dr. Joy and Dr. Selva has explained, he has come with acute or chronic liver failure, and we investigated. Initially, we wanted to do 2 donors. One is nephew and wife. The family is very supportive and they are very caring for Mr. Jain. So initially we planned together, we thought we'll take 2 donors, one half from Tanish and the other 40% from wife. So we opened Jayaraj Jain. Jayaraj Jain operation was done by Srinivas Reddy and the donor operation done by me. So once the liver, whatever we assessed Tanish, we thought it's a good liver, young liver, and we thought let us wait until it implanted. After that we'll take the second donor. So we waited and we implanted Tanish's liver. Important is meticulous surgical technique while doing the removing of Jayaraj Jain liver is the key for the success. It should not be any bleeding. Bleeding means more than half a liter or 1 liter. That's very important. And also you have to go very slowly, and we have to take all other parameters from what Dr. Selva explained, heart, kidneys, lungs, all this take into consideration. And at the same time, we have to proceed the surgery and implant the new liver. Once we we have removed the old liver, we implanted Tanish liver. Tanish liver was adequate in the sense it came as 0.6. The weight is good enough, and we did implant and reperfuse the liver. Once it's reperfused, the portal flow, these are all technical aspects, portal flow and pressure was a bit high. So we have the experience, previous patients, by doing all these small grafts, we modulate the portal flow by splenic artery ligation and portocaval shunt. These special techniques, not many places they do, only a few centers in India and whole world they do this type of modulation.
ரொம்ப பொறுமையாக எல்லாத்தையும் புரிய வச்சு அவங்க ஸ்டாஃப் நர்ஸு எல்லாமே நல்லபடியாக பண்ணி ரொம்ப எப்படி அதை சொல்கிறதுன்னு எனக்கு வரல. ஆக்சுவலி எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் பேசுகிறதுக்கு இது வரைக்கும் பழக்கம் இல்லை. அதனால் எல்லாருக்கும் ரொம்ப நன்றி. இந்த அனுபவத்தை எப்படி சொல்கிறது தான், இனிமேட்டாவது உடம்பை ஏற்றிக்காமல் ஒழுங்காக இந்த வெயிட்டை மெயின்டைன் பண்ணிட்டு இதுதான் நல்லா இருக்கும். வெயிட்னால ரொம்ப ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்குது அப்படின்றது இப்போதான் புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டேன் நான். தேங்க்ஸ்.
நீங்கள் எங்கள் பெரியப்பாவுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி லிவர் வேணும்னு தெரிஞ்சோடனே நான் வந்து வீட்டில் எங்கள் அம்மா அப்பாவுக்கு யாருக்குமே தெரியாமல் நான் வந்து டெஸ்டிங் கொடுக்க வந்துட்டேன். நான் எங்கள் அக்கா எல்லாரும் வந்தோம். அப்போது வந்து என் லிவர் செலக்ட் ஆகணும்னு சொன்னோடனே நான் ரெடி ஆகிட்டேன் முன்னாடி கொடுக்கறதுக்கு. அதுக்கப்புறம் சார்லாம் வர்கீஸ் சார், ரெட்டி சார், ரஜினிகாந்த் சார் எல்லாரும் அவங்க டீம் லிவர் டீம் ஃபுல்லாகவே எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணாங்க. நடுவில் ஒரு வாட்டி பயந்தேன், என்ன ஆக போகுதுன்னு நம்ம ஃப்யூச்சர் என்ன ஆக போகுதுன்னு பயந்துட்டு கொஞ்சம் திருப்பி ரிவர்ஸ் பண்ண மாதிரி இருந்தேன். நான் சார்கிட்ட கேட்டேன், கெடாவர் கிடைக்காதான்னு. அவர் வந்து அவங்களும் அவங்க பெஸ்ட் ட்ரை பண்ணாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் நான் தான் கொடுத்தேன். சார் வந்து நல்லபடியாக ஆப்ரேஷன் பண்ணாங்க. எல்லாம் பெஸ்ட்டு டாக்டர் டீம்ஸ் நான் பார்த்த வரைக்கும் லிவர் டீம் தான். அதேமாரி குளோபல் ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் பெஸ்ட். தேங்க்யூ.
Place at the right time. I think actually when we came, his condition was very critical. There were so many problems due to his overweight. But when we met sir, we were very thankful that we met him. So he guided us right from the beginning, and from the beginning he explained to us all the problems what may arise due to his overweight, and he gave us full assurance that whatever may be the consequences, they were ready to face. They had all the equipments and everything. So seeing his confidence and the whole global team, they were so compassionate, and we are very impressed with your services, sir, the nursing staff. I had been a witness in the ICU ward. I stayed with him for 10 days, and your services are really incredible. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And I should special thanks to my nephew and their parents who came forward. Without giving a second thought, he was ready, and the operation went on very smoothly. Everything went on, and the recovery is in front of you. Thank you, sir.